We are live. We are live. We are live. Right. The standard checks I need to ask as people come in. I see some people in the chat already, which is excellent. Standard checks. Can you all hear me okay? Can someone just give me a yes, we can hear you in the chat? Otherwise, I'll be speaking and you guys will be like, what's he saying? What's he saying? So if someone can let me know in the chat, that'd be very helpful. And while I'm waiting for the yes to come through, I also need one of you to do me a huge favor. I'm trialing something slightly different tonight. I'm actually live streaming on Bold Finds and Bold Lives because I still believe a lot of people on Bold Finds do not know I have a live channel. Amazing. Lucy, you win the prize. Thank you so much. So I'm actually streaming across both platforms, but the replay is going to be uploaded only onto Bold Lives. So if someone can jump onto YouTube and just go onto the Bold Finds channel to see whether you can see this. Oh yeah, Lucy's confirmed it again. Lucy, you win 2 prizes tonight. That why there was 2 lives. Yes, I'm trying to let the Bold. I keep getting confused. I've got so many channels now. Trying to let the Bold Finds audience know that Bold Lives is where all the live shows are going to be. So let's get things started. Normally I go live on a Thursday, as we know, but Thrifty Georgie has hit 1,000 subscribers, and he's going live tomorrow. And I'm absolutely buzzing for him. So if you don't follow him, please go and follow him and go and check out his live tomorrow. He is doing some giveaways, and I've heard they're pretty good. Anyway, let me say a few hellos, and then we'll have a chat. Any questions, as always, reselling related, YouTube related, personal James related, drop in the chat, and I will try and get as many answers as possible. It's a little fly. Get rid of that. Right, let's say hello. Lucy, hello. Good to see you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, at the end of the live, we're going to go until about 7. I'm going to then get people to plug their social media channels. So we'll do it at the end. So good to see you, Lucy. Hi, Leanne. Good to see you in. Scout Stan, hello. RS Robbins in, hello. Secret Carper, Limelight Vinty. If it looks like I'm a bit cross-eyed, it's because I've got your camera there and the screen here. So yeah, if I'm not staring straight at the camera, you know why, as I read the comments. Let me scroll down. Yeah, Matthew Mills, see, I'm on Bold Finds. So yeah, for the people who do not know, I have a live channel now. So after this, go and sub to Bold Lives. I think I said hello to Limelight Vinty. If not, hello Limelight Vinty again. There's George. That's right. Don't forget it. I believe, George, quote me if I'm wrong, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I think it's 6. So I'm going to say 6. If I'm wrong, George, let us know and I'll plug it. The pickers are in. Hello. Really good live with the luxury pickers last week. If you want something on the background for 2.5 hours of pure knowledge, and I'm not talking about from me, I'm talking from Austin and Bethany's point of view, grab it on, put it on while you're listening, give it a like, give it a comment, why not? Pete's in. Didn't see Pete down at Apps Court Farm on Sunday. I think everyone but Pete was there. The whole crew was there. We had Night's Life, we had Ian J, we had Chop, we had XGov. So yeah, the 2 Pete's were missing. Peter Ray, who's sometimes there, and also Pete's Toys, and Tings was not there. But I hope you're doing well. I'm selling down there on Sunday, Pete. I probably do have some toys. I haven't gone through loads of the ethnic stuff. So yeah, I think I'm selling there. So yeah, come and see me and I'll give you some absolute bargains if you find anything. So Steve Beardy Eye Smith, hi James, hope you're well, watching on Bold Lives. Okay, great. So people can see it on both channels, which is great. But if you are a Bold Finds follower and you like the live aspect, hop over to Bold Lives at the end and subscribe, because that's where it's going to be normally. I'll say a few more hellos. Dig Vintage. How is the marathon training going? That is actually, believe it or not, people, I've actually prepared some notes. eBay notepad. Shout out to the eBay Open. I'm going to talk about this as well. I'll talk about the marathon training now. So I have a sports massage booked in for 9 o'clock tomorrow. So without boring you all with my health history, I've always had super tight calves because from a young age, I used to walk on my tiptoes a lot. And so now, even when I run, when I went for my, I think it's called GAT analysis. I recommend it for any runners out there to go and do it. When I went for that the other day, when watching the film, he said to me, you land on your toes. So you're at least risk of injury, which surprised me. And I said, well, I could have told you that because I know I walk on my toes a lot. Anyway, what that has caused me is really tight calves. So when I've done the park run last Saturday, since Sunday, probably Monday, I have been walking around like John Wayne. My calves are in bits. Anyway, so what I need to do, I need to start going to see a regular sports masseuse. And I'm going for the first time tomorrow morning. I'm hoping by going to see them every couple of weeks, it's going to release all that lactic acid and make running for me a lot easier. But I've got on my list here, talk about marathon training, talk about the weight loss as well. I need to lose weight quickly because running and being a chubby boy at the moment, like I am, really difficult. So yeah, it's going okay. I need to up my game most definitely. And I hope this massage will help me be able to run a bit more often. AC Global. Yeah, good evening. Just about to have my tea. Mince and dumplings before I go to the match. Well, thank you for popping in. I know 6 o'clock is tea time for people. Hi, Alan. Hi, Barry. John's in. There we are. 6 p.m. sharp tomorrow. I keep looking at I keep thinking it's Tuesday today. 6 p.m. sharp tomorrow, Thursday, over on George's channel. And there's his channel. We'll get him to plug it at the end as well. Go and subscribe if you're not. Oh, at Kempton Toy Fair. That would explain it. Hi, Ian. Good to see you. Rich as well. Good to see you. Nice to finally meet you in person. I was convinced Rich was trying to avoid seeing me at car boot sales. So I was quite pleased to actually bump into him. Oh, this is on the list as well. So what made you start the Bold Crimes channel? So again, I'm not going to really speak about this channel too much on the reselling platform because for 90% of resellers or maybe 99% of resellers, true crime's not interesting to them and they don't want to come and watch me talk about crime. But I've actually been quite surprised of how many resellers are actually into true crime. I don't know whether there's a thing to that. I'm not sure. Anyway, long story short, the reason I started it, I am so passionate about it. The only thing I watch now on YouTube is true crime and some reselling videos. And for any of the other people who do YouTube or any of the other resellers out there, you can't watch every single reseller video. There's too much of it. So there's certain reseller videos I will constantly watch. There's some I dip into and dip out of. But true crime, I'm obsessed. I'll be in here listening to true crime. I fall asleep with headphones on, listening to true crime. So I love it. And you know what? I thought to myself, let's try and grow a true crime channel. I don't know where it's going to go. I've kind of got no aspirations to it. I'm not putting any pressure on it. But I am enjoying talking about something I'm quite passionate about. So it's kind of that thing away from eBay, which I've been trying to create as well. A bit of a hobby outside of reselling. And it's quite nice to go somewhere with a whole brand new audience. And I appreciate the reselling crowd who will come over. Great. But it's quite nice to go to a new audience of people and just see what I can grow. So, yeah, second little plug for that because I'm not going to plug it much. But second full video of that is actually coming out at 7:30 tonight. And I've recorded a third video as well, which should be coming out Friday. Doing the true crime videos is a lot easier than reselling videos because all the information's online. All you've got to do is bring it into a story. You haven't got to create the content yourself from actually the information. Whereas as a reseller, we've got to go out and buy stuff to create the content, if that makes sense. Leanne saying, I always watch the luxury pickers and have no interest in selling clothes, but I love the banter between Austin and Bethany. Absolutely. Same reason, Leanne, I love watching Mel's videos. And I'm not saying that because Mel's become a good friend of mine. Even before I'd even reached out and spoke to Mel about the book bundle I brought. I love watching her. I love watching her personality. I think she's great. She's very honest, very transparent. And you're right. You don't have to be into the niche of the person to enjoy the content the person's putting out. You know, I don't care what Mel sells. I don't care how many Mel sells or how many Mel lists. I care about what Mel's getting up to in her life. So very similar to what you're saying there. Talking of books, I'm probably going a bit all over the place, but that's okay. Talking of books, today I met Steve for the second time, Steve Spencer-Penny, who has recently gone full-time as a reseller. I reached out to Steve last week because I had already delisted about 400 books off my eBay store, and I was looking to donate them to the charity shop. So I reached out to Steve, and yeah, he agreed to come and take them completely free of charge. I said to him, look, I don't want anything for them. Come and get them out of my way. You'll do really well on it. So yeah, I saw him today, and now I have one full wall of a garage completely empty, ready for clothing, ready for more stock. Hi, Alan. AA, hello. 15 Bean, hello. Yeah, love true crime. Yeah, I'm obsessed. Honestly, I've been shocked at the amount of resellers who have reached out to me and said like they're obsessed with it as well. Yeah, Lucy, absolutely right there. We all need a hobby outside of reselling. And that is the one thing I think I've really lacked. Reselling's kind of like it. So yeah, I think you need to find something where you can have that downtime, whether that be like for me with true crime and, you know, getting back into the gym and fitness and stuff, whatever it may be, whatever makes you happy. I think it's nice to kind of park eBay to a side, even if it's for a few hours. And part of the reason I'm doing the 5 a.m. club, shout out to the people involved in the 5 a.m. club as well on Instagram. Part of the reason I'm doing that is so I can have my eBay day finished by 9 a.m. And then what I plan to do is to do a number of different things. So sourcing, researching brand knowledge, taking myself away from eBay and actually doing some more stuff with the crime channel, going to the gym more, getting out more, just enjoying life a bit more outside of reselling, but still achieving what I was doing in the whole day. The change I've made is no distractions. So between the hours of 5 and 9, I try and have no distractions. I even have Instagram mute. So if I'm ignoring you between them hours, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I need to focus. And that just works for me. You can't beat a good true crime documentary on Netflix. Yeah, absolutely. Jill Dando's one. I haven't yet seen on Netflix, but I've heard it's pretty good. But yeah, I need to catch up on that. Mark's in. Hey. Thanks for the support, James. Absolutely. So yeah, after this, go and show Mark some love on his Posh Live. I mean, we all know I don't do Posh Mark. Mark does it. I still jump in the live shows because, you know, I've brought 2 things off Mark. And, you know, he said to me, did you buy them out of sympathy? And the answer is absolutely not. I wear them both, actually. Well, I say I wear them both. I wear the Nike jumper, but the other jumper's a bit too tight at the moment. But it's in the wardrobe ready for Christmas. So, yeah, go and support Mark or anyone who's out there trying to build something. It's really important. So, yeah, if you've got time, go and pop him a visit. More true crime fans, see what I mean? Steve's got a question. Where would you like to be in 5 years time reselling wise? So my plans always change, Steve, to be honest. I want to get to the point of where I can bring Leanne, the wife, into the business. I would love to be able to run everything from one place. So I'd like to be in a new house by then and actually have my eBay business. So everything stored, running the business and doing the YouTube in the same place, to not have things all over the place. That's my plan. Financially, honestly, I have aspirations. I want to be a millionaire at some point in my life, not maybe just through reselling, but from the YouTube side as well as a collective, and to try and create other arms in the business. I also have a lot of interest in property. So I feel I don't want to necessarily be just investing everything into eBay. Can I take some of the eBay money and invest it into property? But what I was thinking today, and I'm 35 at the moment, I don't want to be walking around the car boot sales at 75 years of age because I need to. I want to be doing that for fun and by choice. So yeah, 5 years time, just want to grow the business. I think niching down into clothing is going to really help me do that. A lot more focus as well. Yeah, Cole's in. Found you finally. Yeah, sorry, Cole. I told Cole the wrong channel name for the Bold Lives. But yeah, subscribe to that one because that's where it's going to be re-uploaded to. Monty Explores. Evening, James. Don't usually catch your lives live. And this is another reason why I've put it across both channels for tonight. Because a lot of people, as I said at the start, do not know I've got a live channel. So 43 people in here. If you don't subscribe to Bold Lives, which is in the top, that corner, go and subscribe after this because that's where I do all my live shows normally. I might do this for a couple of weeks just to try and get the rest of the audience who don't know. Because I assume, like probably a lot of us, that everyone's got Instagram. So where I've posted it on Instagram and plugged it on Instagram, I expect that everyone will know by now. But lots of people don't use Instagram as much as maybe I do. So, yeah. There we are. Fishing makes a great time to relax. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of your hobbies, Carper, obviously. And, you know, it's great to have that and to be able to take yourself away from the world of reselling. Otherwise, it's very much a case of you are just obsessed with it all the time. Yeah, Don't Fuck With Cats is my favorite Netflix doc. Yeah. I mean, I love the crime docs on Netflix. The Jeffrey Dahmer one was like incredible as well. Like so well like thought and acted out. There's so much on Netflix. Other things, other channels available. Amazon's good as well. Lucy saying, I barely cope getting up at 5 at the weekends, let alone every day. So well done to everyone in the 5 a.m. club. Honestly, it becomes a habit. And that's the thing for me. At first, it's a nightmare. There's some days it is a nightmare, but most of the time the alarm goes off. The trick is, and I've learned, don't push that snooze button. Put your feet on the ground. As soon as your feet touch the ground, you're good to go. But it's not always easy. This morning was easy, but not always. Matthew Mills, I noticed in one of your recent videos you might be moving. Are you going for a bigger house or just a new location? Great question. So, yes, we are. I'm actually speaking to the mortgage advisor this Friday. I think we're probably going to just commit to another 2-year fixed term on this place. But again, there's no overcommitment. Honestly, I think next year will be the year we kind of explore it a bit more. We are thinking of moving location because financially we can get a 4-bedroom house like with a huge like garage space and area for less than what we're paying for our 2-bed here. The benefit of here, we're close to London, but I kind of weighed it up. How often do I go into London? It's quite rare. So we are looking to probably move where my brother lives. So near sort of Exmouth, Exeter, Devon way is the plans, but nothing set in stone. But yeah, we have plans because actually I feel like we can financially be in a lot better position. And especially like we're trying for children, especially if Leanne gets pregnant and I want to bring her into the business, I think we'd have to move to make it work for space-wise as well. See, there's another one. Bold Lives, great idea. Secret Carper. I have had that channel now, Bold Lives, for ages. And I kept thinking to myself, like, where's the Carper? Why is he not popping into the live chat? Like, has he fell out with me? But that makes sense. You probably have never seen it. So I'm glad I'm doing this. Need to watch the Jill Dando doc. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've watched The Taking Care of Maya as well. Good watch. Oh, and the Machete Wielding Hitchhiker. I don't think I've seen that one. Hi, Tango. No worries, mate. Good to see you. As I said, if you guys have got any questions, I've got some stuff to talk about. But if you guys have got any questions, let's just hang out for an hour and let's have a chat. Lucy saying, one of my dream goal is to buy a couple of different houses, flats near sea, do them up, then rent out as Airbnb holiday let. Yeah, absolutely. And Lucy, the good thing is it's achievable. And being a reseller, you're your own boss and you can make it happen. You just need to kind of sell it out and kind of have a plan of how you can get there, but it's achievable for anyone to hit that. So I want to talk a little bit, if I may, about the eBay Open. I know a lot of people went to either the Manchester or London one. A lot of people, again, didn't go. I just want to kind of give my thoughts about it. Honestly, okay, so let me break it down. I went to the eBay Open, and after hearing from a few other resellers about the Manchester one, the week leading up to it, I was in two minds. I was and ahhing whether to go. I'm glad I went, and I'm glad I went for one main reason. I met lots of people. So Luxury Pickers, finally got to meet them in person. It was good to meet Harry Ivory Sell Stuff as well. It's good to meet Sarah Resells, and also people who I speak to in the group as well. It's good to meet them and other people as well. So sorry if I missed you. It wasn't because I didn't like meeting you, etc. So that was really good. The interactions, the getting to know people, the linking up, and with meeting the pickers in person, it was a lot easier for me to then get them on the live as well because it feels more personal now you've met someone. That was good. I went into a chat, and the chat was about Veros. That was really interesting. Things such as Rainbow being a Vero, never knew that. Things such as Smiley, like Smiley Face, is a potential risk of Vero. Never knew that. So I took some good things away from that. I booked into a one-to-one with eBay. Load of rubbish, honestly. They told me the bog standard advice. They told me that I shouldn't be taking the measurement photos in my photographs and just putting the listing instead, which I disagree with personally, but that's eBay's advice. Yeah, it was okay. Drinks was good. The food was good. All in all, personally, I wouldn't go again unless it was to network. That's my personal opinion. And a few other people said the same. There was a few people I met who actually said they got a lot out of the day. So I think it depends on where you are of your business and what you want to achieve out of it. But I think they can improve the Open. I think there's a lot they can improve. I think they need to do some more like advanced chats with people who haven't been reselling for 6 months. I think a lot of it is for new resellers, which is great for them to learn. but I would like to go and have some advanced chats and learn more. Also, they didn't mention anything about live shows, which is one of the things I asked. They have no plans, by the sounds of it, to introduce the live show. I would love the live aspect on eBay. I'm a one platform person at the moment. I would love to be able to do lives on eBay. I'd love to live sell some stuff. It doesn't sound like they're going to push forward with it, and I feel they're going to be left behind from some of the other platforms doing it. So yeah, all in all, eBay Open for me was a bit meh, to be honest. But again, if anyone's gone in the chat, let me know your thoughts on the Open. Do you disagree? Did you get a lot from it? I hope you did, and that's great. Or do you actually feel like, yeah, do you know what? It wasn't great and they could do a lot better? I've actually heard from other events you get a lot more out of it as well. So like the Depop event, Georgie done a video on that as well. And even the Posh events, I've heard you can get quite a bit out of it. So yeah, if you went to the eBay Open, let me know your thoughts on it as well. Cole, no, you didn't win anything. There's no giveaways tonight. I haven't done a giveaway in a while, actually. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm close to 5,000 subscribers. I say close. I don't know, 150 away or so, I think. When I get the 5,000, I'm definitely doing a giveaway because the 5,000 was my goal for the end of this year. I went a bit slack on YouTube in September, so I'm probably a bit behind projected to where I want to be, but I still think I can hit the 5K. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, get me one step closer and I will do a giveaway. Move up north. It's a reselling paradise. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, part of the reason we would move to Exmouth, I said, is to be close to my brother as well. It'd be good to be close to him. We enjoyed our time up north, though. When we went to Scotland, beautiful. I must admit, Scotland is really nice. If you haven't been there, please do. We've got another cart puller. Hello, hello. Hope you're good. All the fishermen are in. I've heard from a few people that the one-to-ones was not good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't mind telling you lot now. I went into my one-to-one and I was saying to them, how are eBay going to support me moving from an everything seller to a clothing reseller? What support can you give me? And they tried to push to me the whole like you lend stuff. I was like, I don't want to borrow money. I want eBay to give me a grant. They're like, we don't do grants. And I was like, well, hold on a second. I've heard you've been giving out grants left, right, and centre to some people. Anyway, they put my name down on some list and they said they'll be in touch, and I've not heard from them. I'm not going to hear from them. So yeah, honestly, I think it depends on what rep you speak to. It's mixed advice compared to bad advice, I would say. I went to an eBay Open, definitely wouldn't go again. Cole's so kind, just soaking up your knowledge is a win. Well, sometimes it's lack of knowledge, we'll see. Yeah, here's Georgie. It was okay. They basically told us about all the tools at our disposal. It was like eBay school. You could be an A-star student, but you're certainly a C. You're currently a C minus. Yeah, that's how I felt. They said to me, you can't list with grey backgrounds. I was like, what reason? Google doesn't like it. Right. Everything has to be changed to white backgrounds. Right. You know, do you promote? Yes, I promote. Have you tried our promotions advanced pay-per-click? No. You should consider that. No, I'm not going to do that. Do you offer free postage? No. Why not? Because I don't believe I need to offer free postage. You should offer free postage. Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to change that. It's one of them ones, I think they kind of look for little points without actually giving you advice. I'd rather them look at my store and say, do you know what? This is how you can improve your title structure. Do you know what? Adding this in your description is going to improve it. Do you know what? Changing this is going to improve it. Like for me, I've got GSP on, but saying to someone, add GSP is going to increase your sales. That's what I want to hear, not just change your background and add free postage. Let's get to it. Lake District was lush. Didn't want to come home. Yeah, I saw you was there. I hope you had a good time. Many boot sales near you stay open all year round. Yes. Well, one of the cats is trying to get in. I'm not going to let him in. As cool as that sounds. Yes, they do. A car boot sale I have local to... I'm going to have to open it up. What do you want? Oh, one of the cats is in, people. The cat might jump up. Anyway, yeah, one car boot sale local to me actually runs up until when the ground is literally like swimming in it. And that's the one Moss End in Bracknell. So that normally runs quite late into the year. I do have a couple I can go to, which are indoors. But another thing I want to talk about is my sourcing now. I'm trying to I'm trying to make car boot sale not the source for me, if that makes sense. I do a lot more online sourcing at the moment. I'm challenging myself to do a minimum of 10 items a day online, which actually means when I go to the car boot sales, I haven't got the pressure on needing to get 40, 50, 60 items. I honestly believe if you're going to do this at a full-time scale, you need different arms. You can't rely just on the car boot. I've been saying that since I think the day I started reselling as well. And making contacts really important. But yeah, honestly, I can probably go to car boot sales right through the winter. That's not a problem. It's whether I decide to do so or whether I see my time is spent going and doing some online sourcing. And the reason behind that, us resellers might attend the car boot sale, but not many normal people are going to want to go to a car boot sale and sell in the middle of winter, you know. So you kind of have to see it from a seller's point of view as well as us as a buyer. Now, at eBay, you should do 60-day returns. Everyone asked, hell no. I actually do 60-day returns. And the reason I do that is I think to myself as a consumer, if I'm going to return something, I'm returning it within the first couple of days, or I'm opening a request in the first couple of days. So I do have 60-day returns, but honestly, it hasn't boosted my sales, I don't think. Here we go. Dig Vintage. I enjoyed the eBay Open. Talked to eBay staff about them improving the shopping experience of buyers. You agreed site is not enjoyable to shop on. So it's great to hear that that someone went and actually got value from it. I'll close the door. She's gone out. She's getting hungry. I'll feed her after this. So yeah, it's great to hear from someone who actually went to the Open and got something from it. And yeah, going after younger buyers, which is what surprised me, Dig Vintage. And apologies, drop your name in the chat. I don't like calling people by their YouTube handle if I don't have to. What I don't like is they have no aspirations to push this live selling. And I think live selling is going to appeal to younger buyers. Live selling is not like QVC and what the shopping channels used to be. You can bring lots of joy and excitement to it. And as I said, Leslie, thank you. Leslie, if they was to bring live selling to the platform, I think that brings a lot of younger buyers as well. Talking of platforms of bringing younger buyers, Big Brother starts next week or a couple of weeks' time. And for the people who do not know, Vinted are the main sponsor of Big Brother. So there's going to be a lot of people, I think, going on Vinted selling stuff. So just be aware of that as well. I think Vinted are trying to change Depop as kind of a trendy young platform potentially as well. But yeah, I agree. If eBay can make a few changes and get the younger crowd on, it would be a big help for certain things. At the end of the day, it's your business and you, as other resellers do as well. Know what works for your business. Yeah, do you know what? I always say that. And you've got to be careful. And I feel bad sometimes because on my YouTube videos, sometimes it's a case of you should do this. And it's not me preaching the choir and telling you how to run your business. At the end of the day, I run my business in a certain way. I will share with you guys how I do it. It might not work for you. There might be stuff that you do that doesn't work for me. But the joy of it is there's no diploma for eBay. You know, if they've done a 6-month course, you have to go to college to learn eBay, then you can kind of say, I've passed the eBay diploma, so I can tell you what to do. It is you're right. It's your business and you can run it how it works for you. Like for me, you know, I start at 5, I try and have eBay done at 9 o'clock. Lots of people will say, I cannot think of anything worse than getting out of bed at 5 o'clock. And I like starting at 10 o'clock and I like working till 10 at night, you know, so it has to work for you. So yeah, spot on. There's no one way, which is great. Do they try push free posters because then they get the commission if you say 20% of your store? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, customers aren't stupid. I know that. So I can have an item listed up for £10 plus $3.99 postage or $13.99 free postage. It's the same for the customer. For me personally, with my model, I make a little bit per item on the postage, especially at the moment. At the moment is £2 and I charge $3.99 on all my items. So at the moment, after the packaging costs as well, which is probably about 30p, 20p, you know, I'm making like £1.80 at the moment per item that sells. And if you think about it, over the course of a whole year, say you was to sell 2,000 items, you're making £1, for instance, easy maths. That's 2,000 extra pounds you've got in your business that you wouldn't have had before. That's another reason why. But don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people who will on the side search on eBay, select free postage. So if you do have that, that can play a part as well. I wish Poshmark would do something like that. Are you talking about what Vinted are doing with Big Brother being their main sponsor? Yeah, I'm shocked that Posh have not tried to jump on something like that. I mean, Big Brother's going to be huge in the UK again because it's been missing for so long. Yeah, maybe they will do something before the end of the year. It'd be interesting to see their next move. I wish they would do more about non-power on eBay. Yeah, so many time wasters. So I personally do not let that stress me out. It used to stress me out a lot. I now just leave it. Like if there's a non-payer, I send them reminders. After 4 days, it automatically cancels. It gets relisted. But they are bringing in the whole thing now with offers where the customer has to enter their payment details before they can make the offer. And if you accept the offer, it's kind of done already. But let's be honest, the customer can just cancel the sale after anyway. So it doesn't really make a difference for me. Do you think they'll bring in live buying, but they're letting Poshmark go through? Yeah, maybe. So maybe they're letting Poshmark do the kind of hard graft of working out what works, what doesn't, and then they're going to drop it in. I don't see eBay ever doing it. That's my opinion. I think it's too much a risk for a big company such as that. I mean, I've watched some of the Posh streams and people have music in the background. Like eBay's going to be at risk of copyright with all of that kind of thing. I think with the live buying, it's going to be a different aspect. I can see eBay honestly selecting certain people. You have to have a certain account at this level to be invited to do live buying. And then it's going to be a bit like QVC. It might be a split screen. So there'll be me here. There'll be one of the eBay reps to the side of me on a split screen. And they'll be making sure that what I'm doing is legit. That's the way I can see eBay doing it, but I've got no inside knowledge. As I said, I spoke to 3 reps about it, and they all said at the moment we don't know anything. There's no plans. Nothing else at the eBay Open. I was trying to scavenge some decent merch because we got the notepad, which is all right. We got a pen. We got some other stuff. I was going like, where can I get these eBay t-shirts? Where can I get the branded jumpers from? Where can I get some eBay caps from? Some cool stuff that I can actually like wear on like my YouTube videos, but also to do giveaways and stuff. So I was pushing out. Again, they took my name, took my email, took my eBay account, and I've heard nothing. So yeah, not surprised. Or I had for eBay TV like QVC, they run a show 1%, but you send in your items for them to sell. Yeah, that's another thing they might do. They might target some of the top sellers and do that. You know, you come to our studios with 100 of your items and we will live sell them for you. And then we'll take 30%, whatever it is. Who knows? Who knows what eBay is going to do? We never know, and they never kind of have the answers. Another thing I want to talk about tonight is, I mentioned it earlier, so clearing the everything stock. So I made a brave move on Friday, and I delisted 300 items in my eBay store. These items were everything, and they had been on 3 lots of 99p start auctions with no buyers. And I kind of accepted, you know what, they're probably crap items. I've made mistakes in buying. They're not desirable. Or, you know, I could have them listed. It might take, 6 months to a year for them to sell. I haven't got time to wait. Anyway, long story short, I moved 300 items and it hurt because eBay, I think eBay did slow me down a little bit on the Saturday. It felt the pain. And my cousin, who does a little bit of reselling on the side, reached out to me on Saturday and said to me, how much do you want for all the stuff you've removed? And we agreed a price, 125 quid. He come and took the lot on Sunday, all gone. He'll make some good money. I'm helping him out, which is nice. And it frees up all the space. And as I said, Steve spends a penny today, come and collected all the books. So I have plenty of space now back in the garage. And my plans for Q4 is something that I would recommend to a lot of people, and this has come from Simon, the Gentleman Marketeer. Again, if you don't follow his channel, please go and take a look. He done a really good video the other day about how to create your own SKU labels. Really simple. So go and check that out. But anyway, he gave me this idea here and what he does. At the moment, I list 20 items a day, but I never track how much the potential sale value, and that's the key word there, potential sale value, is going into my store. As in, today, am I listing 20 items and the value of them 20 items is £200? I don't want to be there. Or am I listing 20 items and the potential value of them items is £700? And what he does on a spreadsheet is day by day he tracks. So he'll list his 20 items up, and then the next column he'll put how much the value of them 20 items is. Excuse me. So he can have a real idea that he is putting in quality items or potential quality items into the store. And that really hit home with me because I looked at my store value yesterday, and although I'm running some heavy promotions and markdowns, it's not where I want it to be. And if I want to hit the targets I've set myself to hit in Q4, I need to up that store value. And by upping the store value, it's by buying better items and kind of passing on the whole £1 into 10. I need to move away from that model, especially with the clothing. So that's something I'm going to start doing from tomorrow, is tracking the potential sale price. Continuing the clearance I wrote down here on my little sheet. So continuing the clearance, I am doing a car boot sale this Sunday at Apps Court Farm in Walton. So if you are local, if you're a reseller and you want a really good deal, come and chat with me and I will give you some like crazy deal. And most things are going to be £1 an item or 50p an item. But if you're another reseller and you want to buy in bulk from me there and then, what we'll do, we'll bundle it all up and it'll be so cheap, believe me. And if you've seen me at the car boot sales before, most of the time I end up giving lots of it away anyway. So yeah, come and see me for that. With having clothes, are you still staying at 2 garages? Yes, I am. So the plan is at the moment is, and I need to really document the plan, I might do a video on it, is at the moment I've got one side of garage 2 which is all clothing. I need to get the same racks on the other side, and then I'm going to do the same in the other garage. But what I'm going to do in the other garage, I'm going to have some long clothing rails on wheels where I'm going to store the jackets, because in the box system, the big coats and jackets I've got end up in, oh, let me see if I can grab an example of one today. Here we go. Oh, behind the curtain is a mess, so that's why I cover it across. Anyway, this is a Carhartt jacket I listed up today. And as you can see, it ends up in these big bags ready to go. So I can't actually fit it in the box easily. So what my plan is to have a long clothing rail with a cover over it and to hang the jackets and to store them that way. So that's going to be the plan. But yeah, I am keeping the 2 garages. They're so cheap for me to keep. That rhymes. So cheap for me to keep. What my risk is, if I give away one of the garages, and I do need to expand out, which I will need to do for a second one, if it's not available, I've got to then travel. At the moment, these are so close to where I live, so it's nice and easy. So yeah, I could have just answered that saying yes, but I like to give you the detail. Will you be vlogging the car boot on Sunday? Yes, I plan to. I plan to have the GoPro on, or have it on the mount on top of the van, or yeah, I will be. I'll be doing something. Not last time, but the first time I vlogged selling the car boot, someone nicked a pair of trainers. So yeah, when I'm vlogging, there's normally some kind of drama, shall we say. We're not using the term drama tonight, by the way. So yeah, we will see what happens, but I will be doing some kind of vlogging. Other things I've got for Q4, some of my plans, and guys, let me know your plans for Q4. Are you going to be ramping things up? Yeah, what's your plans? Are you clearing down? Because a lot of people see Q4 as a time to ramp it up. I'm kind of seeing it as a time to clear down in a strange kind of way and then ramp up the clothing. But let me know in the chat what your plans are. But for me, YouTube. So like I mentioned, I've been a bit slack on YouTube in September. I took a bit of a rest. And if you've seen the video, I explained a little bit as to why. But I feel like I have my YouTube buzz back a bit now. So I plan to try and get out 2 videos a week minimum on Bold finds. I try to do a weekly live on Bold Lives as well when I can. If it's not the same time of day, I might do some random lives. I might just go live at lunchtime and have a chat for an hour, etc. So it might not be as structured for October, but I'm going to try my best. And then also, as I say, to commit to the other channel as well, the crime channel, I'm going to try and be consistent on them videos as well. And another thing for me, Q4, continuing to learn brands when it comes to clothing. When I go out to the car boot sales especially, you'll probably see from my videos, I get attached to certain items. So Nike, Under Armour, North Face, Carhartt, if I see it. It's the same brands that we all know. I need to be researching the brands that a lot of people do not know. So I need to be finding these brands where people might flick past on the rail and leave it behind because they don't recognize the brand. They're the brands I want to grab. So yeah, improving the knowledge when it comes to brands. Continuing the 5 a.m. club, I'm really enjoying that. As I said, massage tomorrow, up in the marathon training and the weight loss. I've said this before, but I might have to get serious and actually come to you guys with a kind of accountability with the weight loss and kind of say to you, this week I've lost X amount. This week I've lost this amount, because if I'm accountable, I'm normally quite committed. So yeah, I might have to bring it in. So this might turn into like a Slim and Well club at some point, where you guys can all virtually clap, well done for losing weight and not eating all the biscuits, that kind of thing. But yeah, I just feel I see Secret Carp. I was about to go into this. Do you feel in a better place now? Sounds like you are. I can't explain to you. My head feels so much clearer now. Like mentally for me, I think I needed a break. I think August was so intense. There was a lot of travel in August, including Scotland, and it was go, 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 go. And I think I just needed a bit of like time to pause and stop and just to sort of regather my own thoughts. But yeah, like mentally for me, I feel so much better. But again, that comes down to, again, like eating and habits and exercise for me and stuff. So yeah, thank you, Matt. I do. I feel lots better. And this new channel has given me a bit of a buzz as well. And it's quite nice that it's outside of the reselling field, so I can kind of switch off from eBay from time to time, which is important. So Lucy's talking about her plans here, clearing a bit, but I still will be at Car Boot Sale Sunday. Think I missed it while I was away, but got a lot of video ideas for the channel. Yeah, keep pumping the videos out. I know you've got scheduled quite far ahead and stuff. Have you thought about releasing 2 or 3 a week, Lucy, and trying to sort of get that, or you're happy with where you're scheduled? Let me know. But yeah, the boot sales are weird. I haven't been loving car boot sales so much recently. I don't know why it is. I think maybe I'm just a bit boot sale worn out this season. But last weekend I had a really good time, really enjoyed it. But I didn't go on a Saturday one. So maybe that helped, actually. Not going on Saturday kind of gave me a bit of motivation for the Sunday. But yeah, I'm back to enjoying them again. I can't wait for this weekend. It's meant to be a really hot weekend. So Saturday I'm out buying, and then Sunday will be pure selling down at Apps Court. George is saying, I'm going for it. I'm spending all weekend sorting my boxes out. I need to make up for the miserable September I've had. Yeah, don't beat yourself up too much. I mean, my September wasn't the greatest month. This month started really good. I've done a video today showing yesterday's sales, which was incredible for me. Honestly, them days don't happen every day. I wish they did at the moment. But yeah, don't beat yourself up. Get back to it. I mean, your motivation as well. The good thing for you, mate, now you've hit the 1,000 subs, you'll quickly see how little we make from YouTube. But it will give you a bit of extra motivation to put out the content, because at least you're going to get rewarded for it in some way. But yeah, don't expect to be a multi-millionaire on YouTube in the first couple of weeks. It doesn't happen that way. But for you, as I said, the motivation is there now. You've worked bloody hard to get your channel to monetization. It's not easy for anyone's channel to get there. So yeah, your content's really good as well. So yeah, keep going, get back on it. I see a new channel coming, Bold Diet. No way. All right. I am saying now, I can't say it live because I know where my brain gets to. I'm saying now I'm happy with the free channels. Free channels enough for me to manage. The live channel's great because it's literally go live, upload. That's all I do. And then I've got the crime stuff, which, as I say, I can record lots of videos in one sitting, because with the crime stuff, you can just break it down. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with that. And then for this one, as I said, two videos, I would say here, minimum a week. Probably car boot sale and like a what sold, a pick in one, or an eBay tips and trick, whatever I want to do. So yeah, no more YouTube channels for now. Free's enough for sure. I'm thinking of going to Happier Hour schedule, as don't need to get next February 24, March 24, so it won't be in the cold weather. But also with the new COVID variant, I'm kind of worried about it. Yeah, I've heard some rumors. Don't over worry, Lucy. The thing is, with the press, they'll make it out to be a lot worse than it is at this stage. But I have heard similar things, that there's something coming around. So yeah, we will see. Fingers crossed not. Yeah, Bold Fitness is definitely not. You look very slim to me, James. Oh, thank you, Limelight. It's good lighting and good camera angles. I don't know. I wouldn't call myself slim. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think I've got body dysmorphia. The wife always says to me, like, you definitely like see yourself as like much bigger than what you are. But I used to be a lot fitter, like a lot fitter, and I want to get there as well. So, but I appreciate it. Have you noticed higher price at car boots since sales since reselling has taken off on YouTube? Some of our local charity shops are pushing up the prices. Yeah, it's always an interesting one because have we noticed higher prices? I mean, I can only speak from when I've been reselling, really. But I was watching YouTubers resell about 3 years before I got into reselling. So it's always been a thing because I've just enjoyed the hunt. I don't know. It depends. I think at the end of the day, people are always going to be too lazy to list their own items on eBay. So I think you're always going to get some great bargains. Charity shops, I can probably speak to a bit more. I think a lot of charity shops now, and I've seen it, they have people who list items on eBay who work in a charity shop. A charity shop close to me was actually advertising for an eBay lister the other week. I nearly applied. I ain't going to lie. But I think they are concentrating too much on the sold prices. And I'm sorry, the active prices, not the sold prices. And I was speaking to someone this morning about this, and I said, if I went into a charity shop, I wouldn't tell them because I feel it's not my place. But if they asked me, I wouldn't just say, yeah, you've overpriced it. I would explain to them why, this is the active listings, and I could list this. As I said before, I can list this cup up for £2,000. I can list it up for £20,000. It doesn't matter. But is it going to sell at either of them prices? Probably not. Maybe if I signed it, actually, if you guys want to spend the big cash. But truth be told, I think a lot of the charity shop people are doing that. They're looking at the active prices and probably searching high to low and feeling like the item's worth that. It's all about education, but I've spoken about this many times. Charity shops are not there for resellers. They're there to make money, but resellers will probably spend more than your average Joe in a charity shop over the course of a whole year. So, my charity shop down the road is pretty good. They price things accordingly. I bought one item today. Nothing crazy. It's only just dropping the parcel that popped in. Probably like £1 into like 25 maybe. So nothing crazy, but good enough for me. But yeah, it's very much a case of education with them. But don't just go into a charity shop and be abrupt and tell them all their pricing's wrong because you'll probably get banned from a charity shop and you definitely do not want that. All right, let me know what else you guys want to talk about. What's been going on in your eBay world? How has sales been? I'm just seeing if I've got anything else on the list here. I want to speak about. I can speak about something else. I can speak about Bold Clobber. So for the people who do not know, myself and Luke Waters Clobber do a weekly live, normally on a Monday, unless Luke's outsourcing, which is fair enough. Normally on Monday at 3:00, and we go live and we have a great conversation for an hour with people coming in to join the side chat. And we've been talking about lots of cool stuff recently. And one thing I want to talk about tonight is the transition between going from part-time reseller to full-time reseller. Because for a lot of people, that's normally a transition. You normally get into reselling, you do a little bit on the side part-time, and then you go straight to full-time. For me, it was slightly different. I was made redundant. And although I had sold some personal items before on eBay, I went straight to full-time. So my story is a bit different. But the conversation was good the other day because it is so different for everyone. I've always sort of said to people, if I was to give anyone advice, if someone was to call me up and say, what's your thoughts on me going full-time? And I spoke to Jamie Dodger James about this as well. I said to him, for me personally, you need 6 months behind you as a security blanket, because what you see on YouTube, and hopefully from my channel, I don't show this as much because I try and be as transparent as I possibly can. And I'm telling you now, it's not as easy as it looks on YouTube. What you see me watch YouTube videos, normally watch anywhere between an 8 to 10 snippet of a reseller's life. And you are normally only going to see the joys, only going to see like, this is sold for great money. I mean, I'll use an example. My video today, okay, you could watch that for the first time and you could quit your job tomorrow and feel like, do you know what? If I quit reselling, I can find the same stuff James has found. I can sell it for that money. Brilliant. Them days are not the same every single day. And that is only, as I say, a small snippet of the day. So we were talking a lot about when's the right time to move into full-time reselling, if that's your bag. But we're actually quite envious of the people who can do it alongside another job. So you've got the stable income coming in, and then you've got reselling on the side. That's a beautiful place to be. And if you can do that as long as you can, great. But the pros of being full-time is that it's your business, you're your own boss, and the flexibility around it. For instance, if tomorrow's a prime example, I'm going for a sports massage tomorrow at 9 a.m. Now, I would have had to have booked time off work to go for that, or done it at the weekend. But the joy of it is a case of like, all my eBay work will be done tomorrow by 9 a.m. Go off for the sports massage, come back, and then get further ahead, do some drafts, do some research, as I mentioned earlier. So there's not a one shoe fits all answer to the whole when's the right time to go from part-time to full-time. My advice is stick at part-time as long as you can if you can build a really good sustainable business, because you haven't got the stress then of, if sales are slow, having to pay the bills. But you need to make sure it's right for you. Just don't jump into it two-footed thinking that what you see on YouTube is like easy, because it's really not. And I learned that pretty quickly going full-time, that you see videos and you think like, oh, do you know what? All you've got to do is go to a few car boots, list the items, and they'll sell straight away. It's really not like that. And all of you resellers will absolutely know. And Instagram is very similar to that as well. It's the highlight reel, isn't it? I'm guilty of it. You know, hardly I'll post anything like really, really negative on Instagram. It's the highlights. So yeah, I always say to people, if you ever are thinking about making the jump, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I don't mind talking to you about it, giving you honest advice. And if you don't take the advice, no worries. You know, it doesn't really affect me, but I'm always happy to help people because it is a big move to go from part-time to full-time. So that was a really cool chat that we had the other day. And yeah, we go live every Monday. So if you're into kind of like a live chat and you want to kind of have it on in the background and interact, please feel free. We just do it over on Luke's Instagram, Warders Clobber's Instagram. We have spoke about bringing it onto YouTube and making it more of like an evening thing for more sociable hours. But I think right now we're just happy with just jumping on at 3 o'clock, having a chat for an hour, and then both going off and doing our own things. So yeah, I wanted to plug that one there. One of our charity shops is a donation store, and happy with a £1 item, which is a good rest of ridiculous. Yeah, you got to find your charity shops. I won't ever really go into town now because it's too expensive. Is Bold Clobber on YouTube or Instagram? Yeah, so just Instagram at the moment, and it is on Luke's Instagram. But the joy is, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll get the notification when I join in anyway. So follow both Instagrams, but you'll still get the notification. Oh, there we are. George is saying there, Instagram. Thank you, mate. Carper saying, I am part-time at the moment, heading to full-time in 2 years' time when we move house. Can't wait. Yeah, and you're doing the right thing. You know, you're waiting until the time's right for you, Carper. And yeah, it was good having you in the live stream and actually getting to speak to you for a good amount of time. And you've got a good, like, knowledgeable brain on you when it comes to reselling as well. So yeah, spend the next 2 years building that research, building that knowledge, and you know, then when you go full-time, you're going to be full steam ahead. So yeah, great way to do it. I applaud all full-time resellers. We are part-time resellers, both for full-time jobs, and it works for us. Yeah. And that's the thing. You applaud us, but I applaud you, Steve, because doing reselling alongside another job, for me, that's tough, because it's not just listing items, it's the posting, it's the sourcing as well alongside it. So yeah, I have lots of respect for anyone who does reselling full stop, because it's not easy. I feel we do need to support each other more, because it's not as easy as, you know, people, as I said, post on Instagram. But actually, like, people who do it part-time, you manage your time so well. You have to have amazing time management to do it part-time. Because I'll openly admit, there's been times, sometimes I've come down here at 8 in the morning and I've been sitting here at 6 in the afternoon, and I'm kind of looking around feeling like, what have I actually done today? And there's some days I haven't done hardly anything. And it's embarrassing, really, from my point of view. So yeah, time management. It's a new name to me. Welcome. Hi, James and Chat. I watched an American guy called My Boring Resale Life. Yeah, I've seen that. Reduction Agency. And he has been selling on eBay over 22 years and has 52,000 listings. Yeah, it's, I guess it's category dependent. That's not surprising. I mean, I don't know. I think I've only seen a few of his videos. I don't know whether, is he a media seller? I think for a media seller, that's not surprising at all. Is he a clothing seller? Let me know what he sells. Because I think for a media seller, that's not shocking numbers. For anything other than media, that's a huge store. That's a massive store. He must have loads of space, but they're again American, so they do have a lot more space than us over here in the UK. In the last few months, his sales have gone down almost 50%, and he's struggling to make sales every day. He thinks eBay is targeting him. I have so many opinions, and I don't know how opinionated I want to be. I'm just going to say it. It's my channel. I'm going to say it. eBay's not targeting him. That's a him thing. He needs to sort it out at the end of the day. And I believe that you are in complete control of your destiny when it comes to eBay. Simple as that. Maybe his items aren't as desirable as he thought. Maybe he's overpriced. Maybe his titles aren't right. Maybe it could be a number of reasons, but I'm going to be opinionated. It's his fault. Blame him. Can't blame eBay for everything. You got to feel bad for anyone who's struggling. Absolutely. Saying that eBay started taking down his listings for silly things like having Gildan tag t-shirts. I feel bad for him. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. But I believe with the joy of eBay, you are in complete control. I'm trying to make my financial position as strong as possible, so I have a plan for that over the next few years. Then when I'm ready, I want to see if I can reduce work hours and face full-time reselling. Perfect way to do it. Get yourself in a nice financial position and then make a decision whether you do actually want to do it. Because honestly, you can run a beautiful eBay business part-time alongside another employment. And imagine you're getting a full-time salary, paying all your bills, and all your eBay money is just being reinvested. What a beautiful life. Honestly, if I could ever go and work for someone else again and go back into recruitment, I would have potentially considered that, actually just doing my eBay work between the hours of 5 till, or even like 4 till 7, going to do a recruitment job and then post in the evening. But it's a lot. It's a lot to do it. I mean, eBay part-time sometimes probably feels like a full-time job as well. I'm a resell it. What's up, resellers? Good to see you. Oh, he's in everything, sir. Okay, that's a huge store, to be fair. I mean, if I was giving him advice, I would say jump on the phone and chat with eBay and see what they're saying. That would be my advice, but I haven't seen it. Lisa saying here, apparently they have been taking down people listings in the USA for putting unbranded as the brand. Interesting. I always fill in the brand. Super important with clothing, but I've never put anything as unbranded. So that's interesting, Lisa, whether that's a US thing or whether that's a UK thing as well. Right, a few more minutes. I'm going to get people to plug their YouTube channels or social media channels. If you don't do YouTube, no stress. Plug your Instagram, plug your TikTok, plug your Posh, plug Depop, plug anything you want. So if you can type that into the chat, if you can't put the link, I'll just read it out and I will tell people to go and follow you based on your name as well. But I know Georgie's still here. Georgie, if you can do some admin for me. I know you're heading off to a live as well, I think. But chuck your links in. Let's try and plug you for the last couple of minutes. And then I want everyone to either go and watch someone else on YouTube Live or to go and watch Mark Pick Me Up Lucky doing a Posh live show. Even if you're not going to buy anything, go in there and just say hello and just say Bold Finds sent me, because I promise I'm going to send some of you over, including myself. Let's have a look here. Yeah, the American sellers. I am so jealous of the bins in America. I wish we had bins here. I would spend all of my mornings in the bin sourcing. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I don't mind even, diving head first into them bins. I want to find out vintage clothing. Let's have a look here. George is off, right? George, enjoy. Let's plug some people. Lisa's Retro Vision 1987. That's over on eBay. Go and follow Lisa's store. Get some bargains. Lisa's going to be giving you the bargain you follow tonight. Let's have a look here. Steve's sharing his eBay shop. So go and follow Steve's eBay shop as well. Many bargains on there. Go and follow Cole at Collections. It's a new YouTube channel. Cole's done a bit of YouTube before, but it's a brand new YouTube channel. So please go and give Cole a sub. Let's get Cole up to 30 subs. There's 39 people in here. 30 subs by the end of this evening. He's great. You'll love Cole, believe me. And if you don't, come back and moan at me, but he's great. Just do me a favour at the weekend and smash Man City. Yes, Arsenal are not going to beat Man City, not with Saka injured, but fingers crossed we do. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming in. Everyone now, please, I'm going over for myself. Go over to Pick Me Up Lucky show on Poshmark. Even if you're not a Poshmarker, jump over. And I want to see the live chat spammed. Bold Find sent me. Bold Find sent me. Spam the chat, spam the chat, spam the chat. I'm going. I will see you next week. Next week, back on Thursday, back at 6 o'clock, 6 to 7:30 next Thursday. See you then. I've got nothing left to say. Go and spam Mark's chat. Goodbye.